This is part two about my stay in St. Maarten, which basically is going to be day two. Everything in the first part was from day one, so this is day two. So like I said, I woke up that morning. Now I'm trying to book the zip line. My payment went through, but I have no confirmation. I go down to the front desk of the adult only resort, and sitting down there, I'm like, hey, can you call? Because I have the WhatsApp number, but I'm like, all right, well, maybe they can just call directly to like a landline. I asked the lady, I'm like, hey, can you call for me? And she's like, oh no, I don't work with the excursions. In my mind, I'm like, I'm not asking you to book me an excursion. I just need you to call their landline number. But she acted like she couldn't help me. So again, rubs me the wrong way. She's like, you got to go up to the family resort. So I'm like, all right, I ain't even gonna argue with you. I walk up to the family resort excursion table. I talk to the lady there, and she's like, well, because I didn't book through them, there's nothing she can do. But she was like, I can give you the phone number, and then you can go to the concierge and they can, dial the number you call. So I did all that. Long story short, I got in touch with the zip line, and they basically told me, like, come up there. I can pay when I get there, and we'll figure out about getting a refund for the one online once I get there. So I'm like, cool. That part of everything was good for me. Like, I went up there, I did the zip line, like all that was perfect. Got there and back, no problem. As I get back to the hotel, my wife is up, so I'm like, hey, you want to go ahead and do a jet ski? So she's like, yeah, we can go. Well, do you want to watch me do the jet ski? So I booked with Mullet Bay Water Sports online. Their website, you can book, but you don't have to pay immediately. You pay when you get there. So I get a confirmation, say, hey, you good to go. So I'm like, all right, cool. Mullet Bay is about a 10-minute walk from our hotel. So we walk on over there. I find where they're located on the beach. So I walk up to the guy. I'm like, hey, I'm here for my jet ski ride. Because I booked for 2:30. It's probably like 2:15. Guy's like, oh, we don't have any slots available. And I said, no, I booked online. And he was like, you did? He was like, what's your name? So he looked it up. He was like, oh, it should have sent you a cancellation email. I was like, cancellation email? He's like, yeah, we're down one jet ski. And mind you, I'm looking at the water. There's a jet ski in the water. There's also a jet car in the water. Nobody's using them. He's like, yeah, we're down one jet ski. So we had to cancel the reservations. Of course, I'm boiling on the inside because I've walked 10 minutes in this hot sun to get over here just for you to tell me that I should have had a cancellation email that I didn't get until later that day. Of course, I'm pissed. And at that point, I'm really like, yo, I'm ready to go home because I'm an excursion guy, and all the excursions that I wanted to do, I couldn't do. And again, the thing that pissed me off about that interaction too was the fact that he never once apologized. No sense of urgency as far as their customer service. All these things are just rubbing me the wrong way. I asked him, I said, any other jet ski companies on this beach? He's like, no, you're gonna have to go to Simpson Bay, which is about 20 minutes away. Get over there, the jet ski there, they're like, oh no, we don't have anything available. She double checked again, and somebody, I guess they didn't come and they canceled. So we ended up getting the jet ski. So that was good. But it felt like I wasn't going to be able to do a jet ski at all. And again, I was like, man, I was over it. After I do the jet ski, we're like, all right, do you want to go back to the hotel? You want to hang out? So it was like, all right, we'll just kind of eat, around here in Simpson Bay. So one of my taxi drivers was like, I should try Captain's Rib Shack. We just so happened to be walking by. I was like, oh man, somebody said something about this. So let's eat here. So I ordered jerk chicken wings. My wife got chicken breasts. I got plantains and fries, and she got macaroni and plantains. Clearly, everyone is eating here. So we're like, oh man, this is about to be great. It was recommended by a local. So I'm like, yeah, this is about to be some good food. So we ordered a couple of drinks. Drinks were trash. I was like, man, I thought the drinks would be good here. The food comes out. So I'm eating the chicken, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. The chicken was a 10 out of 10. Chicken was good. But the plantains, the fries, trash. I'm not trying to knock anybody's culture, but they put garlic on the macaroni. Trash. Didn't like it. So only thing that was good was the chicken. I was highly disappointed. I thought all the food was going to be good there. But just about everything was trash except for the chicken. Chicken was bumping. Another thing I didn't like was our server. She came, she took our order. She brought us our drinks, and then she brought us our food. After we got our food, never saw her again. One time, didn't come to check on us, didn't say, hey, you need anything? Like, not one time. Even when it was time to pay, like, we almost had to find her to get the check. I'm like, again, bad customer service, man. But at this point, I'm just like, man, it's the customer service on this island just bad everywhere we go. And we do kind of hang out after we eat, then we head back to the hotel. Later that night, we go to Gentlemen's Club. Everybody there was nice. The drinks there were actually good. It was entertaining, so that part of the stay was good. It's the end of the day. I still haven't heard back from zipline people about refunding me for the double charge. Day 3 was cool. Day 3 was just like a relaxing day. We just hung out on the beach, watched the planes fly over. That was actually a pretty dope experience. Jet skis was cool, and then of course, like I said, the zip line was cool. Standing behind the plane as it's taking off and feeling all that wind, dope experience as well. One thing you probably haven't heard of me say a lot was we ate a lot on the resort. We actually only ate on the resort like 2 or 3 times. Like I ate breakfast one day, it was trash. We had like a light meal one time. The wings were good the first time they prepared them, but the second time they weren't as good, trash. But all in all, really didn't get our money's worth for drinks or food because it was trash. We didn't want to eat. We barely wanted to drink. I didn't really want to do all inclusive, but it was the only adult only, so that's why I chose that option. I did want to explore like more food and drink options on the island, but I paid for the all inclusive, so that's why we did eat mostly there. But again, we barely ate there. And then after going to the Captain's Rib Shack and that food wasn't great, I was like, I really don't want to risk eating anywhere else because that was highly recommended. All in all, it's not a 10 out of 10 horrible experience for me, but I would never go back. I just thought the customer service there was lacking. I thought the food was trash. I thought the drinks were trash. Like nothing about the experience was great to me except for the excursions or activities that I was able to do. But even doing those things was a hassle to get them done. Fine people, they did contact me the day that we returned about the situation through WhatsApp. I told them it had been like 2 days since the last correspondence with them. I went ahead and talked to my credit card company and they already refunded me. So I was like, there's no point in y'all even trying to correct it at this point. Now, if you've been to St. Martin, please comment below. Tell me what your experience was. But I've heard people say similar things about Aruba and Curacao as far as the customer service goes, and people not wanting to help. Like, comment, follow.